All right, we're up and running. Hi, Internet. How we doing? I thankfully took me a nap today. I had to run to the post office to pick up a package that I unfortunately missed doing a signature for tomorrow or yesterday. I had to go pick it up at the post office. It was the Sotos I posted on Twitter. I didn't build the Steam Hopper Wild just because I probably won't display it. I didn't bother. I also have like 2 extra Steam Hoppers because that's just how the case assortment worked. So, thankfully, it's a good thing because there's a scarf piece in there and I'm like, ooh, I can use that for my double chemy. But yeah, we got some Chemy Cat to do, but first, close out some stuff real quick. Excuse me. I want to talk about this real quick. So, Disconnected their live stream Monday night. Just want to point out some cool stuff that they did, because there's like 25 things here, and I'm not super familiar with most of it. But of the stuff there, they're doing the Darkstalkers USA cartoon. They've already done the Darkstalkers OVA, but now they are doing the 90s US cartoon show. They have new artwork based off the first 2 vampires, or 2, not vampire, 2 different first 2 Darkstalker games. It's like the cover in the reverse cover, basically. But it's all 13 episodes in English. And then they're doing the Street Fighter animated series. Again, not the OVA because they already did that. They even have a 4K for that. But it's Street Fighter, the animated series. The one that's like G.I. Joe. What's kind of fun and made me just go, you know what? I'm willing to pick this up. They have commentary tracks for every episode, hosted by Matt McMuscles of Matt McMuscles YouTube. And then they have Brady, Maximilian Dude, Justin Wong, Eager Raptor, Alex Lee, Light Thero, and Guai Wen as guests for commentary tracks. And I'm like, you know what? I'll bite. I'll pick this up eventually. Also, the first cover is done like I think it's Super Famicom cartridge. And then a reverse cover is done like a SNES cartridge, or not cartridge, the box. So you get a Super Famicom box art, and then you get a SNES box art for whichever one you want to have on your shelf. In terms of Toku stuff, Kamen Rider X is coming, 35 episodes, wonderful HD, brand new subtitle, brand new translation, all there to continue your Rider collection. For the Gaim fans out there, you might recognize this friend. He showed up for one episode to promote his movie. And this is said movie, Kikaider, Ultimate Human Machine, i.e. Kikaider Reboot. This was, I want to say it's like the last attempt Toei did to try to reboot and bring back a bunch of miscellaneous Ishinomori heroes. Because I don't think this movie did well. But here he is, Kikaider Reboot, here because, of course, he is. I believe this is also part of the Generation Kikaider, like, license rescue they did. So, kind of expected. And lastly, John Person! Another Metal Hero series that puts us at, like, 7, I believe, done by Discotech. They're well on their way of doing all of the Metal Heroes before we ever get all of the writers, and that's saying a lot. Hell, we might reach a point where we can have all of the Showa era out officially in physical media, and the Metal Heroes out in physical media, before we get anywhere close to either half of the Heisei era, or any and all of the Rera era, at the current moment. We have 50 episodes on an SD Blu-ray, which, for those that don't know what an SD Blu-ray is, basically it's a regular Blu-ray, but because of the video quality and the age of the material, you can pack a lot more on a Blu-ray. So it's an SD Blu-ray where instead of having, like, I don't know, like 5 discs or 10 discs for like a DVD, or 5 discs for a regular Blu-ray, you have like 2 discs. Which is nice. All of these are coming this year. They didn't give specific dates, but Discotech has a policy of making sure that they get things out to you within 6 months of release, or 6 months of when they announce it. So expect all of these to be out within the next 6 months, basically. I'll also note that they didn't have anything new for Digimon, but they did note, hey, we hit #1 bestseller on Amazon, and we hit, like, top 10 best-selling Blu-ray discs for the Digimon movie collection. So if you're worried that, like, hey, there was no Digimon announcements, nah, yeah, they got it. It wouldn't surprise me in that instead of, they might be waiting longer. Like, they might have Tamers, but they're going to wait until they're a lot closer to when they can be able to put it out to talk about it, just so there's not a huge gap. Because, like I said, they like to have things within 6 months of putting it out the door. So, for Tamers, as an example, if they have Tamers at the moment, they might be waiting until, like, a later round of approvals and the like to announce Tamers. That way it's a lot closer to when it's going to be released. That way you're not waiting like several streams basically, and like longer than 6 months to be able to have your Tamers. I also don't know, because I don't know what edits there are for Tamers. If they would have to do a Japanese and a separate release for Japanese audio and English audio. That I'm not sure of. But yeah. So I wanted to talk about that real quick. I feel like I was going to talk about something else, but I forget. Yeah, we are back to doing the Drive Chemy. I think we'll work on the face. Because we can get the face done. That's like a lot of the work. Let's try to remember controls for a second, because messing with that Lego builder is kind of like slightly mucked with my blah, 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 muscle memory and like what controls are what. Okay. Need to do okay, where do we start? So, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Offset. Nope, nope. Thank you. Oh, whoops. Kevin. Of course. That should be fine. I hope. Oh. Okay. It is offset from surface, base, and okay. I need the plane to be offset, and I forgot how to do that. Uh, hang on. I'm gonna revert back to the video. I discovered all these techniques from to start with. I should just bookmark that for future use. Okay. Can I not have two of these? Oh, I was technically in the sketch. That was the problem. Hey, Devil Spidey, how's it going? Doesn't help. And on this face. Yeah, Xbox just had like a small showcase. The big news from it was that Team Ninja, I don't know. I would hope. Oh, do you not think? Oh, okay. That sucks to hear. Yeah, Team Ninja's brought on Platinum, which, boy, is that a concerning thought these days, considering the excess of talent from Platinum. But Ninja Gaiden 4. And they've also shadow dropped Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. So for people wanting to go back through Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, I guess now's a good opportunity to do so. Also, if you're a Ninja Gaiden fan, that's like 3 games in a year. Hooray! If I do this, that doesn't help at all. DC's take on Ultimates. I've read through a couple. A couple of them, and they seemed fine enough. Granted, I'm not the best judge of comic stuff, so. Not much. I had to run to the post office today, pick up a package. I'm figuring out how to get a plane to cooperate. Wait a minute. Wait. Fuck. No. Will that work? That does not work. Okay. That gives me that. That gives me that. Can I offset it? And pull it forward. No. I can't. Oh, wait. This is stupid. But I think we found the strap. Okay. But I watched I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch all of it because I was tired today. So, I watched the Ninja Gaiden stuff, and then I was seeing a little bit of the is it South of Midnight? I think that's the name of it. That and I think I saw a little bit of like the expedition one. Why are you? Operative. Okay. Ow. Offset. There it goes. Ray. Okay, so that is there. Uh, I have to do this all in one. Not gonna cooperate otherwise. Yeah, it's like is it May or March? I forgot which. I didn't see the footage. I just saw it has a release date, and I was like, well, let's hope it's good. May, okay. Hmm. Make another plane? That edge. And oh. It would help if I made the plane bigger. Oh, there's a branches around the temple discords. I might as well spread it around here. Apparently, NetEase might have been spreading some misinformation to try to catch leakers internally. I'll show this real quick. Apparently not, because it has since been confirmed that while this group of characters are real, this group of characters are in fact fake. So, yeah. Apparently they goofed people and the might have found... Apparently, yeah, so I believe that's, was it Crystal? I think that's Crystal? Quicksilver, Cyclops, Professor X, Colossus, that person, that girl. Well, I will say this, and they kind of say it up here. It's not like these characters will never happen in Marvel Rivals, essentially. It's more that the case of, hey, we just kind of like set up some quick names real quick just to see if people would bite. Yeah. Like, Gambit's not going to happen now. Granted, considering like who's confirmed here, I wouldn't expect any... Yeah, I believe that's losses from like the current Ultimate Universe, I think. I know someone said that there was like some crazy murder-happy version of Colossus, and I'm like, is that the ultimate one? I have no idea. I assume you mean guy with the purple hat and stuff? I have no idea. I haven't the faintest idea. Next game. Wait, Rogue or the... Oh, you mean... I have no idea who he is either. Egghead Man? I guess? I have no idea either. Those two, I'm just like, I have no idea who the fuck these people are. I'm sure they popped up on a leak list somewhere. But yeah, if you've been paying attention to the Marvel Rivals leaks, you might want to double check your list of leaks and cross-reference it with this, because you might have people on that list that there are not real and that there aren't actually plans to make the characters currently. Granted, I also feel like I said, that's why I say not currently, because there probably will be they will probably make some of these characters. It just makes sense. I just don't expect them now, or I don't even say now, because it's weird to say now considering, you know, you've got the Fantastic Four up here, and they're only coming out this season. They're only just now coming out this season. And that's 4 characters. And how long is this Marvel Rivals? Season 1 end date. The season ends in April, meaning we would probably not have a new character until after April. Or at least a big group of characters probably till after April. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure how NetEase is going to do character releases, if it's like, oh, we're going to push characters out per season. Because I know that Johnny and Thing are not out until like the second half of the season. So like March, I think, is when you would expect them. Or maybe like late February. So that's like, what, 4 characters over the course of 4 months. And as you can see, that's like, there's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more characters. Like, that's basically the next year of Marvel Rivals in terms of time frame, unless they are going to put out characters faster than that. So even if these are fake, these may be like, maybe some year 2 stuff, maybe beyond that, maybe sooner. I don't know. I would not lose hope if you are hoping for one of these characters to show up, is the thing. This should let me. Or not. Have this sketch on this plane. There we go. No. Exit that. Come back. Come back, reference. Go like 1 dot back. No, go to the full dot. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, of course those lines didn't cooperate. Everything else cooperated. Those lines did not. Because of course. Damn it. Get in there. I will say Microsoft leading with Ninja Gaiden was like, well, guess there's no more surprises here. I do want to watch that Expedition 33 part, because the first time I saw the Expedition 33, it looked kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind checking it out more. edit this real quick. I'm gonna bring this out. Like a millimeter. That's better. Nope. Offset from. Nope. Okay, I screwed this up. Exit the sketch real quick. Offset from circle. Keep screwing this up. Offset from circle. There we go. Fantastic. That's actually looking pretty good. All right. I take a small break. I need to use the bathroom and stuff, so I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Tackle next.
Dude, guess what I just found?
Gee whiz, I don't know. A lost pug or something?
No, dude. I found an old Game Boy.
Whoa, that's so hardcore,
I
man.
know, man. I got an old copy of Kirby's Dream Land in there, too.
No way, dude.
Yeah, let's boot it up.
Do striping. Work. Update server. There we go. Being weird. Alright. You know, I didn't really need the spline on the bottom one. Because that is just a diagonal line. That's not a curve like this is. From surface. This surface. Weird. Well, now that I think about it, these are surface details, so... Okay. Oh, hang on. I have to hit sketch. I'm done if I'm doing the straight cut. If I'm doing the shallow, I've got to follow contour. Okay. In the work. Oh yeah, the Assassin's Creed shadow previews are out, and I just watched Skill Up's one, and I'm like, if Skill Up is not cutting them any slack, really, I'm like, that's not a good sign, not at all whatsoever. Yeah, and Skill Up's one, his main issue was the oh goody DLC. What nonsense DLC have they concocted? Hmm. Ah, that thing that nobody likes about them. Well, well, well. Oh, that works. Hey, there we go. Shower. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That's nice for those wanting to load up their Switch too with digital stuff. Okay. Oh, wait. Quick. Okay. Ah, no. Get that line back. Should make that small. Yeah, it'll work. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Fine. Cut. That'll do. Don't think I'm going to put in the details that are on there right there, but I think I should be able to search. Sketch tools. Oh, wait, no, I need to be in. uh Ooh, I assume it wasn't good cards. um, I think I'm 2 cards away from finally having the Mew. Ah, Tauros. Aw. I think I'm finally like 2 cards away from having Mew. I'm just missing a card from Pikachu set and the card from the Charizard set, I believe. At least according to the spreadsheet I have. Fortunately, I now have to update spreadsheet like next week because the next booster pack stuff, like the big booster pack stuff, is next week. They're also opening and trading next week. Sketch. Sketch tool. Sketch picture. I know I have a Drive logo somewhere. I just have to find it. Would it be in here? Probably in somewhere. Yes. Perfect. No. Back in there. No, that's not gonna work. The packs can be mean sometimes. Like, I have bad packs too. I'm just like, oh, I didn't get anything out of the pack. Oh well. That ain't the end of the world. To be fair, a lot you can burn all of the copies of cards you have to like put flares on your cards. Use that Stardust that you probably have like 5 million of, because I definitely had like so much Stardust when I was like, why don't I just burn all this, make some flares for cards, and then it's like, oh wow, I went through a lot. But we get a Gen 4. How that went. Way out of line. Escape too many times. There we go. Okay. New surface. I'm curious what they'll make like the collection reward card to be for Gen 4, because there's a lot of options in terms of mythics for that gen. Also kind of interesting that they did basically a Gen 1 theme set and then we're jumping to Gen 4. I want to make sure this cuts properly. You know what? I didn't think so it would. Yeah, I guess. I just think it's kind of interesting. I wonder if they'd roll in any Arceus stuff, because we've only gotten the peek at like a couple cards in there, and it seems to be basically Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, basically themed. There's no Legends Arceus stuff in there. I'd be kind of curious if they actually like would put Legends Arceus stuff in there. Okay, get the R. Ah, baby, that's beautiful. Okay, that's a lot of the work done on that one. Let me look at it in assembly real quick. But yeah, do the rebuild. Spoiler could probably be thinner, but at the scale we're at, I'd be worried about print stability. I don't know if I want to make it any thinner. That could be thicker. Let me on the wing a little bit. I was about to say the extrusion. Okay. Yeah, let me make this a little bigger. Oh, I'm gonna come back. Figure these out just a little bit. All right. I think I'm willing to call Drive done. Honestly, I could probably try to get the tire pattern a little bit closer, but I don't think it's going to like me doing that, so I might just leave that alone. I'm willing to call that Drive done. We are now 15.59% of the way done with all main riders. Hooray! Yeah, that's Drive done. I will try to sit down sometime this week because I have to do that, and I had plans to get stuff uploaded and archived on YouTube, and I need to do that. Stuff I need to do, I just haven't mustered the motivation to do so. But yeah, that's Drive done. I think we'll call it early tonight. It's only been like an hour 40, but some of doing cat stuff is going to be kind of a how I feel about it. So that's Drive done. Hooray. Let me look at my list again real quick. Let's see who do I have in progress? Forza build Blade. I think the plan is right now I kind of want to wrap up the ones I've got partially worked on before I start anybody new. So one of them three will be next. We'll start them. We'll kick back on them next week. Just so you folks can see what I'm looking at. There's like the extension of my spreadsheet that tracks my progress. The percentages are arbitrary. I might work on build next week. Because the tank is basically done. And figuring out how to do Forza is going to be a pain in the butt. Because I still need to figure out how to take a sketch and wrap it around a surface. If I can figure out how to do that, that's like most of Forza done. To be perfectly honest, it'd be amazing if I could figure out how to do that. But yeah, with build, we have basically the tank done. I think I still need to put like a flag on it, but the main bulk of the body is done. I just need to do the rapid part of the rapid tank combo there, and then like I've barely touched Blade. Blade will probably last one we'll do, since that's basically like nothing has been done to it. But yeah, hey, 60, a little over half of 15%. We're getting there. Yeah, but I want to try to get like as best as I can. Like, they're not going to be perfect because I have nowhere near the skill set to make these like a perfect one-to-run creation. Also, again, like these things were not made for 3D models in mind. Like, as an example, where is an example? So here is the Hopper 1 Chemy card. Like, here's Hopper 1 on the card itself. The art that is supposed to represent this creature in the show. This is the physical model that is used in show. As you can see, there's some differences there. Like, generally, it's all there, but, like, there is a bit of a difference between the two of them. So, like I said, these things, especially the Legend Rider ones, are not made with 3D models in mind. Also, this is basically a statue. There is no movement on here. In order to move it, it either has to be moved by someone off camera or moved by the actors that are holding it, which is hilarious to see. It's just like, oh, I'm talking to this character and just moving it about, trying to act like it's actually alive. Also, there's the CG model as compared to the physical prop. Yeah, you can see like some of the details just aren't quite there. I was going to say the coloring is different, is a little different. These legs look like they are longer than they are here. Granted, that might be perspective, but it feels like these are longer. And then like on these little claw bits are, you know, on the longer side, but on here they're like tiny nubs. Also, if he feels thicker here than here, he feels Hopper 1 looks a little bit thinner than like the chunkiness, because again, one is a 2D piece of art, another is a 3D model. So like, I know I can like skew with things a little bit just to get them to cooperate. And also, since I am printing at like a 4-inch buddy scale, I have to consider that like I can't make things like super thin, otherwise it just won't print. So I have to consider those things as well. It's a part of the 3-dimensionalizing these characters. But yeah, that will do it for tonight. Tomorrow, it's a bit of a little different stream. Tommy's not going to be around for tomorrow's stream. Talked to Glock, and he was like, I want to do Halo, because I've been doing Fortnite a whole bunch recently. And I'm like, fair enough. So we're going to do some Halo tomorrow. It'll probably just be some flat multiplayer stuff. Since I know he's going to be on Xbox, we won't be able to do any modded stuff, which is fine. Saturday, I forgot what. It will probably be something. I don't know what. I kind of left it TBD on the schedule. But Sunday will be TGS. We'll talk what we can about the Switch 2, because there's not really much else to talk about with the Switch 2, to be perfectly honest. Outside of what we talked about on stream already. We will talk about the Xbox Direct, I guess about the Ninja Gaiden stuff, because like, I'll have to rewatch it to see if anything interesting came out of it. Beyond that, because like I said, I fell asleep like just after the Ninja Gaiden stuff wrapped up. And then next Thursday, we'll continue the build Chemy. See if we can get that knocked out. So if you like what you're seeing, folks, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. !social in chat gives you the handles for all of our socials, and !Discord in chat gives us a link. Drop by, say hi. See you tomorrow, folks.